Alright, welcome back to Skitty Automotive. In today's video, we are tearing down the motor. We didn't get a full definitive answer of what's wrong with the motor. We have some suspicions, which will be explained at the end of the video, and you may see some things. But we did get a majority of the motor taken out, so we hope you guys enjoy the video. What are you doing?
Taking this stupid timing cover off. I got everything out and it pulls away from everything, but something's holding it on, so I'm going to try to
The big head's in the way.
You know what that is?
No. Are you sure that bolt's not holding it on?
That little one?
I pulled out a little one earlier, and that sucker was long.
I'm touching the inside.
Okay. It just seems like something was holding it over there.
So those are out.
Well, we got the timing cover off.
Yeah, and we broke it.
That's not a we situation. That's
We.
a you situation.
When we're both out here, it's a we.
I was looking it up, but you kept going.
We.
And it was a bolt
We.
that he forgot to take out.
Where is that?
Here we are.
Okay. We gotta turn back around. I don't think it's that. That's freely. That turns over freely. So, without the chain, it turns over freely. So something in the top end is binding. So we may not even have to do anything with the bottom end. I still will take the pan off, inspect everything, maybe take a cap or a couple caps off to check the bearings down here. But I was getting compression out of there. So what I'm going to probably have to do is take these off. Okay, now that the we got the timing chain off, everything on the bottom end seems pretty. All the bottom end is, and the pistons, is free. It's going freely. So now I loosened this one up already, and I'm gonna start taking stuff apart so I can get the heads off. So, I don't know if you could see this, not good. So, basically, the rock arms weren't adjusted right. Some of these I can't get out because of this lip. So, we're going to go one by one and see how this is. There's another one. That would have broke. Being in there, rubbing against them guides right there. There's another one. There's another one. This is not good. I mean, it didn't ruin the heads. Didn't ruin the rocker arms, as I can see. But it's not good. Gonna have to get new rockers. But what I think we're gonna do, I'm gonna not tell you yet. But we're gonna have new lifters, push rods, cam, probably bottom end. May not need it. May just do a top end and eventually do the bottom end, but depends once we get the heads off to see what is how bad it is. I gotta figure out how to get. I'll have to turn the cam over to push the lifters up once I get the other side up. So I'm going to try something. I tried this with the engine all together and I had no compression. So now that things are pushing out, I'm going to check compression on these. I don't know if it'll work. I don't know if it'll work with everything apart. We'll see. I got one side off. Head. Now I'm going to take the other side off. I'm going to try to get this engine tore down. Okay, lifters are out. Now it's time for the cam to come out. So, let's see if you can see it. There's the number. And it's a Voodoo cam. Pretty good cam. make sense. Because I swear we drained the oil out of this. Just clean the pickup, get the water off, or the oil off of it, so. Water.
Okay, so that's going to be it for today's video. I know it didn't really show a whole lot, so I figured I would kind of show more now and explain it. First things first, I don't know if you can tell, the push rods, there's a big difference. More than seven, almost half of the push rods look like this, minus one of them, and then the rest look like this. So we will.
And they were not specific to exhaust or intake. They were just scattered across.
So we need new push rods. Also, we still have to get the bottom end out of this, and then it's going to go out to a motor shop to get tanked and Magnaflux to check for a crack. Now, our suspicions, we think there is one, is because when the heads came off, cylinder 7, every time we turned the crank and the piston went down, there was water. So
what made that do that?
From what we gathered, there's a lot of things that could have done it. There's two possible things, and if any Ford person knows and may already know what caused this, we've gotten two different stories. The first one is having soft.
They're not hardened.
Not hardened.
And then in the head is the guides. When you have guides, you need hardened push rods. That's one.
The other is having adjustable rocker arms. So we don't know. We would like to figure out and know before we decide to rebuild either this motor or the next, just in case. And I should make this known, if there is a crack in the cylinder, this motor is no good. It was a short run, but there's nothing we can fix because it's bored out 60 over. No need to worry. We got not one, but two backup motors, which is still going to be a bit because we need to get transmission built and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will see you next week.